This is your typical Saturday morning in Chicago. A group of friends, their uniquely tailored Starbucks drinks, and the gossip of the week.
And they're like talking a little bit closer to you than they were before.
But these women are meeting with a specific goal in mind: to support each other in their journey through sobriety.
What was it about your relationship with alcohol that bothered you?
I started drinking when I was 14. I'm 26 now, and I got sober when I was 23. So that was a lot of years of drinking as a young adolescent, teenager, young 20-something, throughout high school and throughout college.
Haley Shannon started the group that brought them all together. It's called Chicago Young Women in Recovery and Sober Curious.
And literally, sober curious means to get curious or question every impulse, every invitation, and every expectation to drink.
Sobriety is a spectrum, ranging from cutting alcohol cold turkey to simply flirting with the idea. Ruby Warrington wrote the guide to being sober curious.
To me, the term sober curious is super non-judgmental. It's very open-ended. It's really accepting of everybody's different experience. And ultimately, this is not a path of right and wrong and good and bad. It's really a path of self-discovery and really getting honest with yourself about what serves you in your life.
It turns out more Americans are asking themselves that question. A 2011 Boston College study found public health efforts to decrease alcohol consumption were working. Researchers found less people were drinking, and the impact seems to be trickling down. The 2017 National Survey on Drug Use and Health showed the number of underage drinkers has been decreasing for years.
I couldn't go out and have one drink or two drinks and call it a night. For me, it was always a night of drinking, whatever that looked like, whether it was Tuesday or Saturday. And I really had to take a hard look at, I'm not like everybody else.
Haley won't hesitate to share that she had a drinking problem, but owning that was not the hardest part of her journey.
I read that it was like FOMO that inspired you to
Yes.
make the group. But like that's
Yeah.
a huge part of being sober is the social aspects. So talk about that.
There was like this social world operating out there that I was no longer a part of. It was many Friday nights of me crying to my boyfriend at the time, now fiance, just like, oh my gosh, I'm not gonna have friends. Like, my social life is never gonna look the same. And I kind of just said, like, Haley, what do you have to lose? Like, there's gotta be other people out there.
There were more than 300 to be exact. Two of them, Sammy Shea and Macaulay Cliff, found their own reasons to be sober curious.
For me, a really big reason that I stopped drinking was mental health reasons.
To kind of create this sober, curious space, I think casts a wider net and is meeting a lot of people at different parts of their connection to drinking and their different parts of their process of unpacking and looking critically at their behaviors and habits.
They'll also tell you the hardest part of exploring sobriety is trying to be in social settings while staying true to their decision.
What is like the craziest comment or like piece of feedback you've gotten from someone when you tell them, oh no, I don't drink, don't worry about it?
I think just like blank stares. Like, I cannot compute why you don't drink.
I was at a friend's bachelorette party at a breakfast, and the waitress came around, was pouring champagne to everyone at the table, and I said, no, thank you, I'll take a coffee. And she looked right at me and said, your friend's getting married, you're gonna ruin her day.
For many people, the sort of peer pressure that can come with drinking is one of the most off-putting things. The idea that people are gonna challenge you as to why you're not drinking, people are going to question your choice and make you feel uncomfortable about it. That can be really difficult for people too.
So they meet like this once a month, but also celebrate birthdays, holidays, and just about anything else together. Because replacing alcohol with a blueberry muffin or the occasional croissant has made room for deeper connections and ultimately friendships that would have never existed had they not made the choice to venture into the land of sober curious.
Talking about it has broken open some of the most beautiful spaces I've ever been a part of. You can live a very valid, satisfying life as a young person in this world without alcohol. And no one ever told me that. I'm like gonna cry. No one ever told me that. And that's really important to know, that you don't have to drink to be cool, to fit in, to get through college, to get through high school. Like, you can be you and just live an incredibly valid, purposeful, inspiring life.